Okay, everybody, good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you are. So I'm greeting you from Abuja, Nigeria, and it's a beautiful afternoon here. Weather is just there, not sunny, not cloudy, it's not raining, it's just there. So, how you doing this morning? How is your Wednesday starting up? And how you faring? How is life faring? How is family? How is business? And how's everything? So let me know in the chat. All right. My name is Udemaba Ensien. I will be your facilitator for this session. And I have with me Lorianne, I have Nora, I have Judith, and every other person you are going to be seeing in the chat with their names against a blue spanner. So do well to say hi to them. Do well to tell them how you are, how you're faring, which state you are, and possibly what your business looks like. Hi, Dream Soul. Good to see you guys once again. Tara, Lilian, Rita, Ngozi Chukwu, Duka, Zeta, Eno, Okima. Sounds like my sister. Zate, Obi, Irene, Elajo, Onwoka. Who else now? Everybody. Lilian from Lagos. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us once again today. And I'm super excited. Um, You are faring well. Okay, someone said it's raining in Port Harcourt. Well, it rained earlier here in Abuja, but the weather is just there now. Okay, so I hope you are fine. How's Lagos? Oh, blessing, you're in Abuja as well. Nice to meet you. And basically everybody that came on this call this afternoon. So we're going to be having a very interesting time. So I want you to, like you always do, keep the chat very busy, keep us really engaged, keep Beryl engaged, keep Lorianne engaged, keep us super engaged with your questions, with your comments and everything. And remember to take your screenshots at intervals and share it on your social media space with the hashtag digital skills 4 as a digit Africa, hashtag Fidelity Bank, hashtag impact, and the hashtags are going to be shared in the chat. Hi Stella, hi Oka this morning, this afternoon. So thank you so much. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and turn on the notification bell if you are yet to. All right. Okay, Sophia from Port Harcourt. I hope Port Harcourt is well today. So thank you so much. Let's keep the engagement going. Let's keep the engagement going. So we are going to be looking at a very interesting topic this morning: how to implement Google Workspace across your business, right? How can you implement Google Workspace across your business? So remember, we still have, I'm not sure if we still have the 2,000 Naira recharge that is going live today. So somebody should let me know if you're having the 2,000 Naira recharge that is going to be shared out to people that answer fast for the fastest finger. Are we having that? Okay, so we are having that, and we have 4 slots for that. So it's another opportunity for you to have a 2,000 Naira credit to your phone number, so that you can use it to call your friends and family. So that is to say, I'll need you to be super engaging. I'll need you to be very fast, very smart. When I throw the questions, you should be fast enough to give us replies, and that is how we'll pick who is eligible for the 2,000 Naira recharge card. And don't forget the 10,000 Naira Jumia. Five of the sessions and some other criteria than. Can you hear me now? Oh, okay. Sorry about that little break. I'm sure it's my internet. All right. So we are going to be doing this session in 3 different segments. Now, the first part, we're going to be speaking about how you understand that what Google Workspace is and what tools are available, and its core functionalities, as well as all the benefits of using that in your digital workspace. And then we'll head over to getting to identify those tools to boost your communication across businesses. And now the last part will be you get to explore which tools can be leveraged to increase collaboration across the teams. So it's going to be a very interesting time for you to learn, pick up some details. I hope you have your writing material beside you, a pen and a writing pad, or maybe your sticker note or something, so that you can jot down all the tips and tricks we'll be sharing here, so that it will be useful for you to always make reference to. All right. All right. So this is just a reminder that Google is open to help small businesses, NGOs, big businesses. As long as you have a business and you want it to grow, Google's Hustle Academy is open for you, and it's completely free. So the link is going to be shared in the chat at g.co/Hustle Academy, right? So do well to get ready to click on that link, and then you sign up, and then you're going to be invited to join the cohorts. There are different cohorts, so it happens in two times in a month, depending on the number of applicants. It could be extended to 3 or 4 times. So they pick a sizable number of classes that can be handled, because it's more practical. It's more practical than what we are having now. So it goes deep dive into details on all those little stuff on businesses, marketing, digital marketing, and how you can manage your money. And then at the end of the day, you learn how to pitch, and then you're going to get matched with a mentor who is going to walk you through the whole stuff wherever you got hitches. All right, so remember to ask us questions, and wherever you have questions, ask us a whole bunch of questions, whether it's related to this topic or it's not related to this topic. Whether it's related to this topic or it's not related to this topic, I want you to ask us questions. I hope you can hear me now. Okay, thank you. Thank you. That was just a little glitch with my internet. It's fine now. All right. So, all right. So I told you I'm going to ask you a couple of questions, and then I expect you to ask me a couple of questions back. So what tools do you currently use to communicate and collaborate within your business? So I want you to share with me in the chat what tools you use to collaborate and communicate in your business. What tools do you use? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you are yet to, and turn on the notification bell. Click on the share button and invite your friends to come join us in this session. If you have trouble with your image quality, look at the top right, far right corner of your screen, tap on it. You're going to see quality. Click on quality, and then at the bottom you see advanced. Click on advanced, and then you're going to see 144p, 360p, 480p, 720p. Select it to 480 or 720, depending on the strength of your internet anyway. Then when you choose that, you then get to have a clearer image. All right, so let's do that so you won't have a blurred screen again. So what tools you currently use to communicate and collaborate within your business? I'm seeing all of this: Facebook, WhatsApp, Google Gmail, Google Mail, Google YouTube Shorts, Facebook, Instagram, social media, GG, YouTube Shorts, WhatsApp. Maria says Socks Media. Okay, Get You said Instagram. Omoka said Google. Obi Irene, WhatsApp and Facebook. Please keep your answers coming. Blessing said Google Ad. Interesting. Very, very interesting responses. So don't stop, right? Don't stop. Just keep it coming. You are not wrong, but we are going to deep dive shortly. WhatsApp. Okay, Uju said WhatsApp. Sarah said Facebook. Jamin said WhatsApp is a Facebook. Okay, so you're going to be looking at all of that shortly, right? Okay, so let's see the first part of this presentation as we discover Google Workspace. Okay, so another question for you. Do you currently use Google Workspace? And if so, how do you use it? Do you currently use Google Workspace? And if you do, how do you use it? So tell me in the chat how you do it. Okay, so the responses are still coming in. And Facebook, GMB, Facebook, Instagram. Okay. Informa said no. Jen, no. No, I don't. Oh, wow. Interesting. I use Google Docs. Okay, Okpomi said he used Google Docs. Okay. I make use of Gmail. Beautiful. Elijah, Christina doesn't use it. I don't even know what Google Workspace is. Thank you so much, Favor. That was very sincere of you. Okay. Yes, for my personal work. Yes, Rita. So I'm sure you're using Gmail, right? At least you receive your mails with Gmail. And I'm sure a good part of you are using Android phones. So if you have an Android phone, that means you have a Google account. And if you have a Google account, that means you use your Gmail, you use your calendar, you use your Drive to save your items and all of that. So if you've used any of those, that means you have been using one of the tools under the Google Workspace. Okay, so we are going to dig in a little bit. Okay, we just said he doesn't know what it means. No problem. That is why we are here. Okay, so remember to invite a friend to join us. Claire, Google Docs, Gmail, Google Drive, Google Meet slides. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so let's keep the chat bubbling. Let's keep it coming. Let's keep it coming. Don't let the tempo stop. Okay, so let's roll. So Google Workspace basically, as was previously called G Suite, like if you've heard of G Suite before, it's more like a digital workspace. Everything brought under one roof. So it enables people to work online wherever you are, as long as you have an internet connection. You have the room to make it your office. So it's particular a group of collection of cloud computing tools that aids your productivity and collaboration, because it also enables users to create documents, spreadsheets, slides, and more. And then you can always store data, you can always store information safely and securely. It's Google's products. Like from what I'm using now, you can even guess that this is one of the tools, right? All right, so which tools are included in the Google Workspace? So look at all these images. Which one do you identify? Drop it in the chat for me. Which one do you identify out of all of them? From the image you're seeing, which one do you identify? Which one? Oh, I went ahead. Which of these tools do you identify? Which of these images? Okay, Gmail, right? Drive. No. There's no Outlook here. Okay, there's no map here. I can see Keep and Slide. Yes, that's correct. I can see Docs. Okay, Drive, Meet, Calendar. Who has not seen that site? Have you seen? Who has seen sites? Excel. Okay, Excel is not the name they call it under Google. Excel is the name for Microsoft, right? Doc, sheet, slide file. Okay, Drive, messaging. Yes, someone saw messaging. Someone saw calendar. Beautiful. Okay, Mail, Google Map. Okay, there's no Google Map there right now. All right, so I love the engagement. Please, let's keep it coming. And someone saw Meet Sheets, Form, Meet Sheets. Okay, someone even saw social media. Very interesting. All right, thank you so much, everybody. I really appreciate you. And so let's dive a little bit more. All right, so here we have Google Gmail. We have the calendar. I'm reading it from my left to the right. Calendar, depending on where you're looking at it from anyway. Calendar, we have the Drive, we have the Google Meets, we have the Docs, Sheets, Slides, and then we have Sites, we have Forms, we have Keep, we have the admin dashboard, the admin console, and we have the chats, Google Chats and messaging feature, and we have the Jamboard. Okay, I'm sure you've used at least one of these before. Everybody, I'm sure you use your Gmail. If you've not used any other thing, I'm sure you use that Gmail, right? So let's see what comes. So the core functionalities of the Google Workspace is to create documents and to create presentations, to record, analyze, and present data, to brainstorm ideas, to manage projects and store files, and to communicate globally. Okay, so my first question, This question is for 2,000 naira. It's going to be the fastest finger, right? So if you are ready, say yes. Are you ready? If you are ready, say yes. Are you ready? Okay, so it's going to be a very simple one. It's going to be a very simple one. Okay. So let me know, what tool am I using to present? Which of those tools am I using to present? My presentation is made from which of those tools? Fastest finger. Google Doc. Slides. Okay. I think I have a winner here. So my moderators are going to pick who won. So they're going to pick who won, and then we'll prefer that someone that's won before will at least give chance for somebody else to win. That's just a preference, but that'll be left for my moderators to actually make that selection. So, okay, someone said shit, someone said meat. Okay, thank you so much. All those responses are quite beautiful and super interesting to be here on this. Okay, PowerPoint. So I'm going to draw a little line between sheets and PowerPoint. But what I'm using, slide and PowerPoint. What I'm using is slides, right? Google slide. So my moderators are going to pick who did it best, who answered first. All right, and I'm going to make that announcement. Emanuela. Okay, so Emanuela, you're actually the first, and every other person, a lot of people, they're all correct, but Emanuela came first. So Emanuela, congratulations, and then a link, an email is going to be shared with you so that you get to share your name, your phone number, and your service provider in that email, and you're going to be credited with 2,000 naira recharge card. So congratulations. Every other person, thank you for all the answers, all the responses you sent down here. All right. So let's take a minute to focus on the first point, creating documents and presentation. So just like what we discussed earlier, what we have here is the doc and the slides. So the slides is what is used to make presentation, while the doc is more like the word processing for Teams. It's more like what someone mentioned earlier, Microsoft Word. But Google's own product calls it doc. The slides is like the Microsoft PowerPoint, while Google's own is Google Slides. While the Excel, you knew, Microsoft Excel is the Google Sheets. Google Doc Sheet Slides. Doc is a Word, Slides is a PowerPoint, Sheets is an Excel. So they look almost similar. In fact, they look similar. The pictures, the designs, the functionalities, they're almost the same. So basically what Doc does is for you to create and edit text documents directly in your browser. So you don't necessarily need to have an application of it. You can open the tool directly from your browser. There's an app for it, but that doesn't mean if you don't have the app, you can't make use of it. That's what makes it very interesting and unique. So several people can work at the same time on the same document. I can be here, you can be there in maybe Abuja, maybe somewhere in Abuja, maybe somewhere in Lagos, maybe somewhere in Port Harcourt, or maybe outside the country. As long as you have access to that particular document we have, we can all work on the same document at the same time. Now that applies to docs, that applies to slides, that applies to sheets, that applies to a lot of other tools we are going to be discussing here. All right, so the slides will help you to create and edit polished presentations, just like what we are using right now, with no software required, just opening up on your browser. And at the same time, several people can work on it as well. And then you can work on a single presentation online with your business partner, with your friend, with your family. At the same time, you can adjust, you can edit, and you can add comments, right? Okay, so you can always, we also have a tool that records and analyzes and presents data. So Google Forms and Google Sheets can both be used to record, analyze, and present data. So Google Forms, I'm sure some of you, when you click on some links online, a form shows up. Now that form is created using Google Form. Someone created it. So when you fill out those information, fill in your name, your phone number, your details, and maybe your email, you type it in, it automatically replies to that person from the back end, and then they get to find out all those details you filled from their end, right? So you get to create form easily, just like the way you create documents. Can do some little tricks like the click, drag and drop, some questions, can drag and drop some pictures, can use forms to receive videos, pictures, depending on how your question looks like. Now, Sheets is more like a collaborative tool, like I mentioned earlier. It's more like the good Microsoft Excel, where you get to collaborate, and then you can do the same thing at the same time with some other person in a different location. More like the spreadsheets, if I may use that word, for fast-moving organizations. You get to do your calculation, you get to plot your graphs, and all of that. So Sheet was designed with needs of agile organizations in mind. It's cloud-based. All these tools are all cloud-based. They save all your documents. They save your work automatically to the cloud. And that cloud is the drive. We are going to get to that shortly. So let's see a couple of benefits that is brought to you by Google Workspace. It increases your collaboration. Like before now, you have to download a file. You have to create maybe a Microsoft Word file or Excel or Sheets or slides or PowerPoint. You create it, and now you send it through email, or you attach it as a file to somebody, and the person will do his own editing and send it back to you, and all those back and forth. All of that has been rolled away. As long as you are connected to the internet and some other person is connected to the internet and they have the same link, you share the same link, you both or your team, everybody can work on that same document at the same time. We have a program where people from all around the globe are sharing the same link to access different files everywhere on one document. So everybody appears on that same document and are doing the work at the same time, and nothing happens. So it increases collaboration, and that also in a way improves communication, because you can always see what is happening. You can always drop a message for somebody. I'm here in Nigeria, Beryl is there in Kenya, Lorian is there in Cameroon. We all work on the same document, so it makes work easy. We can communicate on that same sheet at real time, as long as we all are connected to the internet. And now that makes working smarter. You're not working hard, you're working smart. Now your security is top notch, your security is enhanced. All right, so let's look at all of that in a little breakdown. So Google Workspace will store your information in the cloud, like I mentioned earlier. It will enable you to share documents and files with ease. So all you just need to do is just copy that link and share it to whoever you want. And now you have the ability to restrict who gets access to those files. Simply because I want you to work on the same document does not mean I want you to do everything. I can restrict your access. I can let you only view. I can send you a link, but you can only view it. I can send you a link. I can only give you the comments. You can only comment the comments access. I can send you a link also, and I can tell you, okay, you can edit this particular link. You can edit the content. So it all depends on how far I want you to go. Changes are made, comments are made, and then the work is done at the same time. Right? So next, moving up, is the communication. It improves communication, and Google Workspace basically has a number of communication tools that are included in its offering. Now, a lot of you mentioned Gmail. Gmail is a powerful tool. It helps you to receive all your mails. It helps you to manage all your attachments. It helps you to segment your mails also. And then if you head over to Google Meets, the one that I prefer out of all the video conferencing tools, I prefer Google Meets for some very special reasons. We're going to be talking about that shortly. And now the Google Current, which is more like a revolutionary technology to harness deeper communication, to harness that team building, to harness that community kind of thing in a workspace. And now the Google Chats for instant messaging. So now the next one is for you to work smarter, because you use these Google tools to help your team to work smarter and not necessarily working hard. Work smart, because that is what our age now demands. Now you get to collect, analyze, and turn those data into insights. You can always find the insight part on your form, Google Form, the back end. Same thing with every other tool that appears in this space. So you streamline your workflow and the processes. And now this also prevents threats. Google has AI-powered securities to secure you. Files are highly secured to help you so that you don't have encroachments. All right, so you get to also store your files securely and store your data securely, store your documents. Now the admin console will help you to centralize the whole administration of the space. Now all of those tools are managed under the admin console. Can give this one the right to do this, the right to do this, can take restriction, can take access of this one and continue with the other person. And then you get to protect your organization with the security analytics parts, which is very important for the admin to also know, because Google have their high-powered security systems. Okay, so let's see how you can create your Google Workspace account. So it's very simple. All you just need to do is just head over to workspace.google.com. Remember, Google's tools are easy to access. If you are looking for Google Trends, it's trends.google.com. If you are looking for Gmail, okay, google.gmail.com. If you are looking for Google Docs, docs.google.com. If you are looking for Google Sheets, sheets.google.com. If you are looking for Google My Business, business.google.com. If you are looking for Google Ads, ads.google.com. So it makes it very easy. So you just head over to workspace.google.com. Now you get to enter your core business details, your business name, your number of employees, the location, and you add your contact details, which is going to be basically your first name, your last name, your email, and you head over to choosing a domain, either the one you've bought or the one that Google will suggest for you. Remember, you can't have a very important point to note. You can't use a Google Workspace account without a domain. You must have a domain, maybe .google.com, maybe kitefinancial.io, maybe .impacther.org, .impacther.ng. So you need to have a domain name before you can use Google Workspace. All right, so now you then update your business address and then you choose your username and your password, which would be your login details. So how do you get to set up your Google Workspace? Just 3 simple steps. Create your business email. You don't necessarily need to use your personal email, because these types of emails can be customized. Like I mentioned, let's say impacther.org. My email should be impacther@impacther.org. If I'm working with Google, my email should be udeme@google.org. So you have the ability to create a business email within that your domain is unique to you, right? And then you add your team members. And assign them with their own emails too. So they need a user account also, so that they can always access their own email. So during the trial version, you can add up to 10 users. You can add up to 10 employees under your team. But after the trial version, you have to head over to the wizard, to the setup wizard, where you are going to choose your billing. Google Workspace is not free, right? It's not free. The one you have on your Gmail, the one you have on your Google account has a little restriction. But if you need to run like an organization, you need to pay for it. So you can always choose if you want to have a monthly billing or if you want to have a yearly billing. Now you get to also migrate your data and then import your files. You can always import your files from Microsoft Outlook. I heard somebody mention Outlook earlier on. You can always import your files from Microsoft Outlook, your files, your mails, your contacts, and your calendar. They can always come with you. All right. So you can always also upload all your documents into the new Google Workspace and Drive to store your files securely. All right. So this is going to be the first of the 3 pauses I'm going to take, because I'm going to answer all your questions. All right. So why not drop your questions for me in the chat? I hope Beryl, Nora, and Judith, and Lorraine, they are all keeping you company. Okay, so I'm going to be going through the chat to check up some questions you have. Okay, so how's it been? How am I doing so far? Okay, is there any question for me? So I'm just checking to find out who has asked me a question. Okay, so if you have a question that is not related to this topic, I will still be happy to stop by and give you a reply, right? So if you have any restriction, any question wherever you got a hitch from learning all the other contents we shared earlier, and you want clarifications, please do well to drop it in the chat, and then my admins are going to draw my attention to it. Okay. Oh, okay. So I'm sure my admins are already on the situation. They are sorting it out. If there was a mix-up, if I thought there was. Okay, remember we are giving the answer to the correct. We are giving it to the correct answer, and the first person that answered first correctly. So maybe your answer was not correct. All right. Okay, someone asked here, are there free domain hosting platforms? I doubt. Claire? I really doubt. I really doubt. How do I get a domain name? So you head over to one of the domain platforms, GoDaddy and the rest of them. There are lots now. So just Google that, and then you're going to find where you can pay for it. Domains are not that expensive now, especially if you're buying a domain that is not popular. The .coms are always a little bit more expensive. The .ng, all depending on what you want to do, right? So .io also is gaining traction. So you might want to check that out, and then you find out which one is available for you. Someone asks, is Google My Business free? Yes, it's completely free, including the website that is there for you. It's free. Roy Matt, thank you so much. I'm doing great. Yes, thanks. Okay, so some more questions before I jump off to continue. Okay, Wix offers free hosting. Okay, so you can check up Wix. You can check up Wix, Google's. Yes, there are a lot of them, and they're not that expensive, right? And you need to be renewed every year. It's a yearly renewal, so you can just close your eye and pay for it. Yes, Elijah, after the whole training, when putting all this training to, can we get in touch with you guys if faced with any challenges? Yes, sure. You can always check impactor.org, and then you can always reach out. We'll be happy to help. All right. Yes, Duo also is one of Google's tools, but I don't think it's classed under the workspace. The workspace is basically tools that enable you to work, but it's one of Google's very powerful. Excuse me. It's one of Google's very powerful tools. Is there a way I can get a domain free? Thank you so much for that question, Alfred. Is there a way I can get a domain for free or a free trial to be renewed? Marvelous. Okay, yes. So my moderator said that Wix offers a free domain for a start. So you can check out wix.com. Thank you so much, Ohinoi. Thank you so much for your beautiful words, your very kind words. The steps in creating Google Workspace. So head over to workspace.google.com. Now you just click on Get Started. Fill in those basic details, your business details, the number of your employees, your name, your location, then add the domain name. You're good. Okay. Emilia asks, can G Suite also be called virtual cloud computing? Well, that G Suite name is already been phased off. It's now called Google Workspace. So what that G then meant was Google Suite. It's now Google Workspace. All right. So I don't really know about the virtual cloud computing, but just know that the Google Workspace is a cloud-based tool to help you do your work from anywhere as long as you have access to the internet. Thank you so much for that beautiful question. Mwachi, my question is, do I have to pay for domain name or is it free from Google Workspace? You have to pay for a domain name before you come to Google Workspace to use it. I hope that served, Mwachi. All right, so you can check out Wix. I heard Wix have free hosting, free domain, where you can just test run and see how it works. And you have a trial period too, but you still need to have a domain before you get started. Will there be mentorship after this training? Yes, there's mentorship from the Google Hustle Academy, and the link will be shared again, g.co/Hustle Academy. So just apply, and now Google is going to reach out to you and then enroll you. It's a 1 week long drill, if I may call it that name, because it's quite intensive. It cuts across everything: marketing, digital marketing, money management, and everything, basically how to help your business grow. You learn how to pitch, and you get matched with a mentor where you get to get some more details. It's not Wix, it's not Weeks, it's Wix, wix.com. Alade Jare, thank you so much for that observation. Okay, so the workspace, Pinkish Me, can you please explain what the workspace brings to our business? Okay, the workspace actually is to help you collaborate. It's to help you improve your communication. It doesn't actually bring money into the system, right? It will help you make your work flow very well. Not minding location, not minding, as long as all of you have internet, you are good to go from anywhere, right? And list some domain names. There are a lot of them. That wouldn't be a very good question. I can say youtube.com, that's a domain. That's a domain name. I can say google.com, that's another domain name. You get, so what you need to do is go and pay for your own, pay for the one that has to do with your business, go to all the domain and registrars, and then you'll be able to get one for yourself. Okay, and Chinenye, please ask your question again. Sorry, I must have missed it. Odige, please ask again. I'm sorry, I must have missed it as well. Can you use your Outlook or Office domain name? Well, Outlook is a Microsoft product, okay? So you can only have the ability to import your tools, your mails, your calendars onto Google Workspace if you have an account, right? It's not a domain on its own, okay? All right, so thank you so much. So tell me in the chat how I'm doing. Am I doing well? Oh, maybe you can just tell me to fire on. Okay, so drop in the chat for me, fire on. So let's ride on. And as we go over to the second part of this presentation. All right. So keep your questions coming, keep your engagement coming. Remember, we have 3 more sets of 2,000 Naira to give out to you, right? So I'm going to be asking another question now. Are you ready? Are you ready? Another set of, this is the second question for 2,000 Naira credits. Okay. Thank you so much. Blessing, Chilma, Mercy, Eladio, VK, Lucky. Thank you so much. All right, so are you ready for the second question? This question is going to tell if you have been listening to me. Okay? All right. So now this is the question. Remember, it's fastest finger and is the correct person. You are picking the correct answer and the fastest. So if your answer is wrong, you won't be picked. You answer first, and then you answer correctly. So which tools can you use via Google Workspace to boost communication? There are 4 of them, and I mentioned it earlier. So there are 4 of them, and I mentioned it earlier. And now I'm going to give you a little minute, maybe a minute. Okay, so look out for it. Which tools can you use via Google Workspace to boost communication? There are 4 of them. There are 4 of them. Okay, so I don't know who will answer. I'm not sure who will answer them correctly, but let's just see. So my moderators are going to pick from the list. They are going to filter it. They are going to filter who answered correctly and who answered first. I'm going to go over to the next slide, and then you're going to see the answer. So you'll know if you answered correctly and if you answered first. All right? All right. All right. Okay. Okay. Mid slide, current, MySpace, form slide. I've seen all of that. Very beautiful responses. Okay, so it shows you are listening. Okay, but let's see who got it correctly. So these are the key communication tools: Gmail, Google Meet, Google Current, and Google Chats. So my moderators are going to check who answered with these 4 items and who answered first. 4 items and who answered first. Gmail, Google Meet, Current, and Chat. Okay, so if nobody answered correctly, at least somebody should have had 3 over 4, right? If somebody had 3 over 4 before I gave this response, let that person be the winner. At least 3 over 4 is better than nothing, right? So my moderator are going to send the name to me, and I'm going to make that announcement. But meanwhile, let me go over to, okay, the answer is out already, so you can drop your responses. So let's look at Gmail. So Gmail is one of Google's very powerful tool that helps you to communicate globally with ease using Google's free email tool. You get to send files as attachments, you get to create groups, and you get to create mailing lists, and then you get to access the integrated calendar or still on that your Gmail. Now, the latest Gmail makes it easier for you to stay on top of your work matters. You can always build customer trust by keeping them in touch with everything you're doing. Remember, all the suggestion actions, like the smart reply that can show, the smart compose that can show for you, and all those beautiful features that are available on your Gmail. So Gmail works great with desktop clients such as Microsoft Outlook, the Apple Mail, the Mozilla Thunderbird, the Outlook users, and all those other people. So it works best. It works best with desktop. It can also work best on your mobile phone, depending on how you are very comfortable to navigate around this. So you can always count on Google's top-notch security because it's very resilient and has a global infrastructure. Now, more importantly, for your Gmail, you should always try to implement the two-step verification for all your accounts, so that you don't get scammed, or somebody will not fish into your content, your email. So Gmail works hard to keep you safe. The machine learning, it blocks a lot of 99% of spams and all the phishing and all the malware. They will not get to you because Google security is top notch. So let's look at the myths. So you can always keep your team connected with the enterprise grade video conferencing tool, which is one of Google's very, very, very powerful tool. And then this is available. Before now, it wasn't free. Before now, it was only available for the workspace, which is not free. But recently, Google have opened up to every other person to use it. But you still have restrictions if you are using the free version. Now, the paid version, which is the one that falls under the Google Workspace, is built with high-tech security, because it's fully integrated with Google Workspace, so that you get to see your calendar invite and your email invite, and all you just need to do is just to click it and then join your meetings. And then you also have that phone number feature that can help you to join without internet. So you just need to dial the number, and then you are joining the meeting without the internet. It's also available for iOS, it's available for Android. Excuse me. It's available for Android, and all the important details are always there for you whenever you need them. You just click, you can chat, you can share your screen, and the graphics look very beautiful, and you don't need too much heavy internet to be able to do a lot of things. Now, Google have introduced the reactions on the meets. You can raise your hand if you want to ask questions, you can run polls, and several other new features that are available for Meet. So you may want to try out the Google Meet, the free version, pending when you have your own version. So let's look at the current. Now, the current is more like supposed to engage employees, to foster that conversation in a team, to build that community, because it helps you guys to work towards a common goal in one space, get to communicate your ideas and get all those instant feedbacks. So you share your ideas with your employees and gather input through all the meaningful contributions. You get to connect with your teammates, your colleagues from wherever they are. People can work remotely in the same space. And then you get to also discuss key topics with your employees around your organization. And then you also get to search and reference people that are present in that workspace. All of that can be done with the Google Current. Now, last but not the least is a Google Chats, which is more like a direct messaging group that helps you to chat, helps your team to collaborate, keep business together. You can message someone directly, you can message the team directly. And now the chat is offered to Google Workspace customers at no additional cost. So that is an important thing you should know about chats. There's no extra cost on chats. So you also get to upload items with chats from Drive, gets to collaborate on docs, sheets, and slides, just like I mentioned earlier. You can do all of that on the Google Chats. Now, the chat builds on the workspace security. Remember, Google have a very strong security that you are sure you are safe, and the workplace is safe too from all encroachments. So more importantly, is built in with that single two-factor authentication, which is obviously going to be managed and controlled by the admin settings. Okay, so chats is powerful, Gmail is powerful, Current is powerful, Meet is powerful to help your communication. So I'm going to be checking who actually at least had 3 out of the 4. 3 out of the 4. Adebari Oluwatosin, congratulations. So a link, an email is going to be shared with you. You get to answer, you get to send your phone number, your name, and your name, phone number, and your service provider to that email, so that you get to be credited with that 2,000 naira. Thank you so much, everyone, for that for being so engaging in the chat. Okay, so another one is coming. This is just the second of the 4, right? So another one is coming. So just get ready. Let's stay on course as we enjoy the content. All right, so how am I doing so far? If I'm doing well, tell me to fire on. Drop it in the chat for me. Tell me to fire on. Adebari Oluwatosin. Thank you so much and congratulations. So let me fire on while waiting for your comments. Yes, another giveaway is coming, Favor. So just hang on. Thank you so much for all the comments and keeping the chat busy for us. All right, so let's see some top tips on how you can maximize communications. Okay, so now you get to recreate in-person communication. You get to stay organized. You need to stay organized. You need to recreate in-person communication, stay organized, and create team mailing lists. And now you set up projects or team rooms. Okay, so you're going to be looking at each of those 4 shortly. Now, the first of them is for you to recreate in-person communication. Now, there are 4 ways of recreating in-person communication, and they include you schedule regular team calls and check-ins via Google Meet and Google Hangouts. So Google Meet and Google Hangout is that tool that is going to help you to always keep your team on track. You know, call for that meeting, that video meeting, hear everybody's voice at the same time, see everybody's face at the same time. Second one is for you to connect with colleagues and teams across the globe, right? So you get to, have them in one place where you get to meet and talk and share ideas and brainstorm ideas, work on team projects, and hold virtual meetings. And now the last one is for you to join from mobile and desktop devices. It's important that you also make it clear for your team that if they can't have access to a desktop device, they can always use their phone to join so that they won't be left out. All right? So that is for creating in-person communication. The second one would be for you to stay organized. And that means staying organized. Google Calendar is what is going to help you to stay organized, because you get to improve communication across the teams and through your calendar, because your calendar is going to show you all the activities you have available for a particular day, particular week, particular month, so that people will not just bump into your schedules. Because calendar also improves visibility of the organization by ensuring that all team members, they remain connected. You can always see what's on my calendar, what's on your calendar, so that you don't conflict into people's schedules. So the calendar is very interesting. You can always click on your calendar link or invite where maybe a meeting was scheduled. A meeting is scheduled with a Google Meet link. So you just click that calendar, and now you're going to see that link. You just click that link and join the meeting. You operate that way, and it helps you to manage your life. It helps you to keep in track. It helps you that you don't have activities colliding with each other, and you manage your time well. So this is what is going to be of help, right, for you to stay organized. All right, so the next one, which is for you to create team mailing lists, is going to be for you to create a Google group mailing list, such as teams@google.com, right? Or it could be sales@google.com. It could be marketing@google.com. It could be public speaking at Google. It could be support at Google.com, like you mostly see on most websites. What that basically means there is they are creating this particular segment. This particular email is for support. This particular email is for customer care. So you create those groups. Now you send the status update to the group, what's happening, what should be done with time, and you copy the group into all the emails. You get to share resources as well, and now you get to increase visibility, and then you foster community. It makes everybody feel okay, I'm here, but I'm just a subset of the main group. So it makes the whole thing very easy. So that is what it means for you to create a team mailing list. So the last one is going to be for you to set up projects or team rooms. So you encourage team members to always stay connected, and by creating a room in Google Chats or by creating a chat in Gmail. Google Chat, you can always create a room, or you can always create a chat in your Gmail. Then you also get to encourage your team members to network with each other. It's important that you keep the team together, they network, they share ideas, they share project ideas, they exchange their thoughts on best practices, they create a stronger sense of community. That is what helps, right? So you need to encourage and set up the teams, set up projects and team rooms within your team. All right, so this is going to be my second of 4 questions, my second of the 3 pauses I'm going to be taking, so that we'll head over to the next part. So I'm going to be heading over to the charts to see what has been happening. Okay. So any questions for me? Am I doing well? All right. Okay, so don't worry, calm down. The question is coming. Today's topic is how you implement Google Workspace across your business. I hope you filled your attendance. Please fill the attendance, is very important. It's going to be one of the assessments we'll use to decide who is going to get the voucher. Okay, so sorry, Marvelous. You could drop your quality to maybe 144 so that it would manage your internet very well. All right. Sorry also, Tosin. So sorry. And okay, so where are we now? And I want to answer your questions. So drop your questions. I'll be glad to answer your questions. So wherever you're stuck, I'm sure their admins are keeping you busy. Beryl, Nora, Lorianne, Judith, I'm sure they're keeping you busy and they're answering all your questions. So if you have anyone you want me to answer, do well to drop it now so that I can respond to you. The certificates are coming, all right? So just hang on. Certificates will come to you. The topic today is implement Google Workspace across your business, all right? So fill up your attendance. And then I remember I have 2 more questions for you. All right, I have 2 more questions for 2,000 recharge card for you. Okay? Implementing Google Workspace across your business is a topic. Okay, so no questions for now. Remember I said if you have questions even from the previous sessions, you can always ask me. I'll be happy to help. All right? So remember to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you are yet to. Take a screenshot and then share it on your social media handles and tag Digital Skills for Africa. And then with the hashtag hashtag Digital Skills for Africa, hashtag Impact Her, hashtag Fidelity Bank. Odigi, please ask your question again. Please, I'm sure we missed that from the tons of questions that are coming in. Obi said, is Google Slide and Form free? Yes, there's a free version, but the one that comes with the Google Workspace is not free. You pay for the whole package, right? But the one you have on your Google account is free. Yes. Thank you so much for that question. Hizoji, please send the message again via the chat so that we can take notice of it. All right, so I'm going to be heading over to the last part of this question. So do well to drop your questions. We'll be happy to respond to them when I come back for the last parts of the questions. All right, so thank you so much for the engagements, and then don't forget to hit the like, subscribe button if you are yet to, and don't forget to share your screenshots on your social media platforms. Okay, so I'm going to ask you another question. Are you ready? Are you ready? How much is a Google Workspace? So you can head over to workspace.google.com and check that out. The prices vary. There was a time it was $14 per user. Sorry, yes, that was $10 per user per month, and the prices vary depending on the plan you're picking. So head over to workspace.google.com, and then you're going to find that. Okay, so are you ready for the next question for the 2,000 naira recharge? If you are ready, say yes. All right, yes, Abigail, yes, yes, yes. So Martha, this is going to be your turn. So get ready. It's fastest finger, and it's fastest finger. You must answer correctly. All right. So let's see who gets it fastest. So which tools can you use on Google Workspace to increase collaboration? All right. Which tools can you use to increase collaboration? Which tools can you use to increase collaboration? So drop your responses in the chats as we are winding down. Okay, Google Meet, current, Meet. Okay. Doc, Meet, sheet, slides, calendar, current. Thank you so much, everybody. So you are going to see the answer shortly, and then my moderators are going to pick who answered at least, if not all, at least had the highest number of correct responses in their answer. So just keep it coming, all right? Keep it coming, keep it coming, keep it coming, keep it coming, guys. Thank you so much for keeping us super engaged. So let's see how you can collaborate. I'm going to call the answer shortly, all right? So just go on. Let's say I can collaborate across projects and teams. So it's important you get to collaborate across your team. It's important you brainstorm. It's important you share working files. It's important you make suggestions and tag colleagues, and you get to track changes that happen. So this is one of the tools that will help you to collaborate. Jamboard, Google Jamboard, right? Google Jamboard is going to help you to collaborate. Google Drive will help you to collaborate. Google Docs, Google Sheets, Google Slides will help you to collaborate. So if you mentioned Jamboard, Drive, Sheet, Slide, Doc, I think you are close to my answer. So the moderators are going to be checking who had at least, if not all, at least a good part of it. Someone that had maybe 4/5, please scroll up and then find out who answered first and who answered correctly. They're going to check who answered at least 4 out of the whole lot, and you send the name to me, and then I'm going to make the announcement. So Jamboard also will help you to harness the power of digital whiteboard. So for those of you that have seen the interactive whiteboard before, the physical one, you understand, you have a mental picture of what I'm trying to explain with the Jamboard, right? Because with the Jamboard you can write. With the physical Jamboard, you can write, you can draw, but with the one online now, this one with Google, you can write and draw with the included stylus. And then you can search Google and insert images and insert web pages. You can drag and resize text and images with your fingers. And then you can sketch a box, you can sketch a star, you can sketch a cat, you can sketch a dragon, image recognition technology. After you've done your sketch, will just convert it into a polished image. And then you can always share your jam with your collaborators. You can always share your same screen with up to 50 people. That's why it's a collaboration tool. Up to 50 people can work on the same jam at the same time. You can always add your Google Docs, Google Slides, Google Sheets to your jam, right? And then you got all of you within that space can always view and edit your jams depending on the access you granted to each other. Remember, you can always have access to the Google Jamboard with your phones, your tablets, or your desktops. Okay, so you can open your jam on a nearby Jamboard from your phone, from your tablet. You can connect your computer to the Jamboard. So Jamboard also gets to display your screen and lets you control the computer from your board screen. That is very interesting excuse me, feature. And you can always pick up from where you left it, right? So Jamboard is very beautiful. The physical one is called interactive, and it's very expensive. It runs in millions, right? But with this virtual one, you can have everybody doing the same thing from different locations, and still achieve even more. Yes, even more. So next up is a Google Drive. Google Drive helps you to store your files on cloud, right? And now you get to, before now, Google used to offer 25 gig per user. I remember as far back as 2016, 17, it was still 25 gig per user. That is for the free version. But now Google Drive only gives you 15 gig. I don't know who has exhausted the space, but personally, I've exhausted my own space. So now if I need more space, I need to pay for it, maybe monthly, maybe quarterly, maybe yearly. But the drive that comes with the workspace is limitless. You can save everything from when you were born, from when your father was born. You can save your entire village history and you never exhaust it because you are saving to Google's cloud. Okay, so depending on how many people are on a particular workspace, a lot of people can save, be it videos, no matter how heavy it is, you can all save them, and then you have full control. You can always share those files by just a click. Just click, copy the link, and share the file. And you need to grant access, grant the kind of access you want the person to access. If you want the person to be able to view it or maybe comment, you have access to do all those restrictions on Google Drive. So Google Drive is quite interesting. The documents from your Gmail is saved there. The documents from your Google Pictures are saved there. Documents from your Google Docs, Google Slides, Google Sheets, Google Forms, they're all saved automatically onto your drive. So whatever you're doing in this space, you don't lose anything. You don't stand to lose anything because everything is automatically backed up in the cloud. Okay, so let me see who actually won the third one. So who won the third one? What is his name? Oh, um, please, you need to scroll up. My moderators, please, you need to scroll up. Help me scroll up. If the person has docs, sheets, slides, Jamboard, and maybe Drive, at least those four, any of those 4 or 5 should be a good win for me. Please find it because we still have one more to go. Okay, so while I continue with the content, thank you for keeping Lorianne, Nora, Beryl, and Judith busy. Thank you so much, everybody. Right? So no, you can keep your responses coming, but just know that we'll pick from the very first set that responded, the ones that were correct. All right. So my moderators are going to do that selection while we make progress as we round off. All right. So let's see how you can make. Let's see, make suggestions and tag your colleagues. Yes, you can always edit and share documents in real time within the workspace in real time, because you always get to reduce that need to send documents back and forth. Like I explained earlier, before now, you create a file, maybe maybe Word or Excel, you attach it in a mail or you print it, and now you send it to the next person. All of that used to be very, 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 very tedious, and it didn't allow the flow to be very smooth, right? But with the Google Workspace and with all these collaboration tools, you get to edit, share documents in real time. I can work on my documents. You're working on the same documents. You can always suggest changes. You can always make comments. You can always tag your colleagues by using that @ Remember, if you are using on that YouTube chat, you can do @ and you see Burial, right? In your WhatsApp group, you can do @ and you see all the names. You just choose the name of the person you want to tag, right? It happens everywhere, but whether it's Instagram or Facebook or Twitter, you can just do @ and the name will show. So that same feature is also available for all these collaboration tools. So you can use that @ and tag a colleague in the space you want to attend to the comments, or you want to attend to a particular thing. And then you can also always get to reply comments and track changes that can approve them that you saw on the document as well. Whether it's a document, whether it's a Jamboard, or whatever it was. All right, so you can always track changes also. Collaborating is very interesting. You can track changes of what happened on a particular page. If all of us are sharing one doc file or one slide, you can always track changes. All you just need to do is head over to the top left corner where you find the file. So click on that file Then you head over, you scroll down to version history, right? So from version history, you're going to see version history. History of people that have been doing. Always get to see who commented on it, who edited it, who shared it, or who moved the file. So all of that are all available on that your Google. So this. Hello. Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. That was a little internet glitch. I'm here now. All right. So if you missed me, I'm back. All right. So I'm going to be answering your question for the last time before I jump off. Thank you so much for sticking around, everybody. Thank you so much for sticking through. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Get through that Samuel, Rita, Marvelous, Eze, Faith, Lillian, Mariam, Chioma, Blessing, Claire, Gertrude, Roy Mats, Ezemelo, Shakaro, everybody, Emilia, thank you so much, everybody. I have one last 2,000 naira to go. Okay, so for the third person, I have Anthony Emecheta. Congratulations, you mentioned doc, sheets, slides. At least we had that 3, right? Thank you so much. All right, so Emecheta, an email is going to be shared with you where you get to fill in your name, your name, fill in your name, your Gmail, fill in your name. Sorry, I'm mentioning Gmail. Fill in your name, your provider, your service provider, and then you are going to be credited. All right. So one last bonus question. This is going to be the last one. It's going to be the last one. Are you ready? This is going to be the last one. Are you ready? So just drop a yes in your chat for me. It's going to be very simple. I promise you. Okay? Very simple. In one sentence, what does Google Calendar help you to do? Google Calendar, what does it help you to do? Who answers first and who answers correctly? What does Calendar help you to do? You need to say it well. Okay, organize, schedule, track events. Okay, so keep events, organize, all right, schedule meetings to put you in time, keep you on track. Thank you. All these answers are very beautiful. So my moderators are going to pick who answered best and who answered first. Who answered best and who answered first. Are you guys there? So please get for me who answered best, who answered first. I know somebody said organize first, and that was Favor. Favor Elijah. But I would have preferred maybe if you answered um, uh, we answered stay organized, but it's all good. So Favor Congratulations, Favor Elijah. So you're going to send your name and your phone number and service provider to the email that will be shared. But all your answers are correct. Thank you. Remember, I told you it was going to be very simple. Favor your answer. Yes, you got it. Finally, you got something. So congrats, Favor. Congrats, everybody that has won the 2000. All right. Thank you so much. So this 30 minutes has never been enough, right? But meanwhile, 1 hour has never been enough. Meanwhile, let me remind you of the Google Hustle Academy that is open for small businesses. So Google is ready to keep you on a 1 week long training, right? We are going to learn everything from marketing to digital marketing to how you can manage your money to how you can pitch. And at the end of the day, they are going to attach you to a mentor who is going to help you if you were stuck along the line. And it's free. I don't know how better a brand can do to help somebody. So if you are happy to join, just click on that link, g.co/Hustle Academy, and then you sign up, and now you are going to be reached out to if there's an opening in the next cohorts. They don't get everybody all at once. They manage it in sects so that they will give you quality. Understood? So do well to sign up on the Hustle Academy program. So this 1 hour has never been enough. I know I've overshot my time by about 12 minutes. You can bear me witness that it was worth the time, right? So just head over to learndigital.withgoogle.com/digital skills/courses. Remember to follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can follow Impacta also on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Follow Fidelity Bank also on Facebook, Twitter, and on Instagram. And do well to drop a comment, take a screenshot, and say something nice. Tag Digital Skills for Africa and tell them you learned something very, very spectacular from today's session. And so that to be good with us also. Thank you so much, everybody. So I want you, before we go, I want you to drop me your favorites emoji. So what I'm going to be saying last is going to be thank you. Thank you very much. All right. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for all the engagements. Thank you for keeping me company. Thank you for keeping Burial, Nora, keeping everybody with the blue spanner, keeping them company. Thank you so much. Love you guys. So remember to hit the like button if you are yet to, hit the subscribe button if you are yet to, turn on that notification bell if you are yet to. Martha, thank you so much. You win next time. Turn on your notification bell if you are yet to, so that when next we are having a session, you can always come here. I remember if you are caught up in between anything, where we are not very clear about anything from all the content we've taught, please always come back. We'll be happy to help you. Head over to impacta.org and reach out to us. We'll be happy and glad to assist. My name is Udeme. Once again, Udeme Bong. I'm speaking to you from Abuja, Nigeria. Thank you so much. I love you guys, and I hope to see you at the top. All right, so see you next time.